Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today is June 21st, 2021, and that means it has been exactly 10 years, an entire decade, since I made this YouTube channel. And here we are. I'm feeling kind of emotional, to be honest. I made this channel not too long after I graduated high school. I wasn't in the greatest place, and it's been a wild decade. The channel has grown so much over those 10 years, and that's all thanks to you guys. I thought it would be a nice way to celebrate by sitting down and doing a Q&A so we can get to know each other a little bit better. So I asked you guys for some questions over on Twitter and also on my community tabs. I'm going to be going through those now, and let's get started. How did you come up with your channel name? So a lot of people don't know this. I've been trying to be a little bit more open about it recently, but it's not Miss Gryphi, it's MS Gryphi. And the MS stands for Maple Story because I originally made Maple Story content on this channel and I went by Gryphi, which is a shortened version of the word Griffin, which was the name of my childhood dog who was my only friend. And my best friend. And with that, was Sims the first game you played on this channel? And if not, what was it? It was Maple Story. Do you ever wish you didn't abbreviate the game Maple Story as MS for your online username? Yes, all the time, yes. How has YouTube changed your life? And how is it different from a normal or someone who doesn't do YouTube person's life? Does anyone recognize you in public? What exactly pushed you to create a YouTube channel and put out amazing Sims content? Oh, thank you so much. YouTube's changed my life in a lot of ways. I've gotten to know a lot of you guys and made so many amazing friends. I've got to, travel to California, which is the opposite side of the country for me, and meet the development team for The Sims, and that's so incredibly special and a dream. I feel like if childhood me knew that I would get to do that, I don't think I would have been able to contain myself. I don't think I would have believed it either. No, nobody recognizes me in public. I've never been recognized before. I don't know how I would deal with that, honestly, because I just sit alone in my office and it's talk to the camera or into the microphone. I've never been recognized in public, and so I don't know how it's different. I guess I get to do something I absolutely love every day of my life. I get to just sit here and play my favorite game and talk to people about it, and I love it. I don't know if you get recognized in public. I don't, but I always wondered if it's weird that your subscribers know you when you meet them, but you don't. Have a good day. So I haven't had this situation happen because I haven't had somebody recognize me in public, but I've definitely had the situation where online I popped into chats and people knew who I was and I didn't know who they were, and it's interesting. It's something I have to get used to, I suppose. And I'm sure in the future, I hope to meet some of you guys, maybe at TwitchCon or something. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little strange that so many people know who I am when I don't know who everybody is, but that just kind of comes with the territory, and it just means I have lots of friends to meet. Do you ever feel like The Sims is a huge weight that you feel obligated to do now instead of playing it for fun? I don't really feel like I feel obligated to play The Sims when it's not fun for me. When I'm feeling burnt out on it, or I just don't feel like playing, I'm not feeling well, I don't. So I just step away when it's feeling like a lot, but generally speaking, I'm just constantly wanting to build, so it hasn't been much of an issue. In honor of Pride Month, can you tell us a bit about your sexuality, romantic orientation, and gender? I know you're pan and that you use she and they pronouns, but I don't think I've ever heard you name what your gender is or if you're cis. And also, can you show us your fur babies? Okay, so you are correct. I am pan-romantic. I would also say I identify as a demisexual, and when it comes to gender, I don't really have an answer for you. I don't fully identify anywhere, really. I say primarily that I use she and they pronouns. I'm okay with both of them, but currently I'm feeling a lot more comfy with they and them pronouns. Also, I can probably pop up some pictures on screen of my fur babies. I have a cat, a dog, and a rabbit. Their names are Rio the kitty, Rudy the puppy, and Wednesday the fluffy bunny. Wow, 10 years is a long time. What got you into YouTube, and why did you start making Sims videos? 10 years is a long time, oh my goodness. So I started making Sims videos because I was really passionate about The Sims 3 in particular, and my only friend in real life that actually liked The Sims didn't have the same intense like of The Sims that I did. And I was a little bit over the top in my Sims love So I was trying to find other people that shared that same passion for The Sims. And so I decided to make a video basically shouting into the void, hey, I'm really excited about The Sims 3 is getting ocean swimming in this patch right before Seasons comes out. And I went from there. So I was hoping that somebody else would be just as excited as I was. Maybe I could make some friends that way. I was really active in like the Facebook group back in the day. And also I posted videos that were mostly like news videos about The Sims 3, things that were coming, recapping live streams, that sort of thing. What Simmers inspired you to start making videos yourself? So my primary reason for starting to make videos back in the day was just to find other people that were interested in it. But I also did watch a few different Simmers, and I would say the 3 primary ones that I watched during that time that had an impact on me were probably Life Simmer, Curtis Parody, and Queen. Do you have a favorite build that you've made all time or just recently? Ooh, I still feel inclined to say maybe the junkyard build I did. That was so much fun. I love clutter. I love random stuff. I should do more builds like that. Let me know if you want to see more builds like that. Just a general question about you. What kind of music are you currently into? This is gonna be awkward. Weird thing about me. I go months or even years at a time without listening to any music. However, when I decide to listen to music, it's usually classic rock or some sort of metal. How and when did you decide to be a bunny mom, and is Wednesday your first bunny? A few years ago, me and my boyfriend were talking about wanting to get a rabbit. It was something that we were discussing and doing research on, and we kept putting it off, being like, maybe not. It's not the right time. We need to learn more. We're not ready. What if we wouldn't be good bunny parents? All this sort of stuff. And I'm going to put a trigger warning right here because this is going to get probably way deeper than you thought it would get when you asked this question. So I apologize in advance. We were talking about all of this and we kept putting it off and not doing it. And then in 2017, I got diagnosed with a brain tumor, and our life kind of spiraled for a bit there, and it felt like it was the right time. We started looking, and we found Wednesday, and we adopted her, and she's my special little tumor bunny. I know I have a really dark sense of humor when it comes to coping with things, and we definitely call her our tumor bunny, but she has been such a ray of sunshine in our life, and I love her so much. I think she came into our life at the perfect time. We've learned so much about rabbit care over the years, and she's the best. And yes, she's our first bunny. What advice would you give to an upcoming Sims creator or anyone looking to start a channel, or any setbacks or struggles you had to overcome to get where you are now? This one's said way too often, but it's true. Please be yourself. Just like, be you. Don't try and be somebody else or copy what other people are doing. You kind of have to find your own path in that way, and also figure out why you want to create content. What's the driving reason behind why you want to make these videos? What are you looking to achieve? All of that sort of stuff. Really figure that out, and of course have a lot of fun with it. I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm the best person to look to for advice on that, but make sure you're having fun and figure out why you want to do it. I know you majored in graphic design. What made you switch gears to YouTube, and how did you get started? Okay, so I started this channel 10 years ago, right after I graduated high school. I then went to school for graphic design, went to like 5 years of school, graduated, and started working in the field professionally, and did that up until earlier this year, actually. I was doing YouTube and working in graphic design at the same time, the whole time. So I didn't really switch gears. They just kind of like worked together. And I think working in graphic design and being trained in graphic design helps a lot with YouTube, with editing and thumbnails, understanding color theory for builds. So I think it wasn't really switching gears. It was just having those things work together, if that makes sense. Is YouTube your full-time job? If not, what do you do outside of YouTube? And how many hours do you spend working on your channel, playing and editing? YouTube is my full-time job. YouTube and Twitch are my primary gig right now. I did start going full-time as a content creator earlier this year, and I'm really enjoying it. It's like a dream come true, to be honest. Before that, I was doing some in-house graphic design for a larger company, and it just wasn't where my passion was. I still really like designing, but for things that are more personal to me and like interests that I have, not necessarily a company that doesn't really have the same values that I do. When did you become a game changer and how has that impacted you? I don't remember what year it was, but it was just before Get Famous came out for The Sims 4. And I had about 4,000 subscribers at the time, I'm pretty sure. I think the biggest way it's impacted me is like I got to go to events and meet people and obviously get my hands on packs early and show them off, which has been absolutely amazing, but mostly just like meeting people and making great friends. That's been the best part about it. Do you openly talk about mental health issues? And if so, if you feel safe to share, do you have any that you struggle with? I really wanted to include this one because I feel like online it's really easy to post only the good stuff and show the best side of every part of your life and view others as if they have no problems whatsoever in the world. And that's just not how it is for everybody. I often get comments on videos or people saying in streams, "You're so positive, you make my life so much more positive when I'm in this dark spot." And that means so much to me that I could do that for you guys because you do the same thing for me. I do very much struggle with all sorts of mental health issues. I'm not going to name them all here, but some of the more common ones I would say are major depressive disorder and pretty bad anxiety as well. Yes, I do, and you guys are a huge help to me in that regard. So thank you. Will you continue your state series? That's actually how I found your channel and I love them. Very clever way to mix up your style. I recently moved to Pennsylvania and learned of a Pittsburgh toilet, which is a lonely open toilet in the basement. Something funky like that would be funny in a Pennsylvania Sims house. First of all, I love that idea. And I love that that's a thing. I kind of really want to build a Pennsylvania house now, but I never really stopped my state series. And what I mean by that is I know I haven't posted one in a while. It's not that I ended it or anything like that. The state series has always been something that I do when I feel inspired to do so, when I feel like doing it. And that's kind of how I treat my whole channel. I don't force myself to build and make content that I don't enjoy because it wouldn't come out good. You guys wouldn't enjoy it because it just wouldn't have the same energy and excitement behind it. So when I feel excited and inspired to do a state build, I do them. So hopefully those will come back soon. What's your zodiac sign? I'm a Sagittarius. Congrats. Thank you. A question. If you could go back in time, what would you say to your past self? And if past Tanya could see you now, what would they say about what you have achieved? Your speed builds are the reason I started playing again in a very dark moment of my life. Thank you. My goodness. This is such a deep and complicated question. I think I would say it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Because at this point, 10 years ago, I didn't think I was gonna be okay. And honestly, I didn't think I would still be here today, 10 years ago. So I would say it's gonna be okay. Keep going. You got this. And if past me could see me now, what would they say about what you have achieved? I think I would say, "You've seen the Sims headquarters? Oh my god, tell me all about it. What are they doing?" I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. I'd probably just be freaking out. Oh, the Sims 4 exists? Oh my god. It'd probably be really silly like that. If money was no object, where would you go for a proper vacation post-COVID, of course? This is such an interesting question because I've never really thought about it because money has always been the issue. I've never left the United States because I can't afford to do so. I think probably England, Scotland, pretty much anywhere that's not connected to where I am now. Congratulations! Thank you! My question would be, how did you decide to start creating content? Were there times that you thought it wasn't worth it? And how did you push through those times to continue following your passion? Also, you guys might hear my cat meowing in the background. He is meowing to try and get in the room and I am not letting him. So I mentioned earlier, I decided to start creating content because I wanted to meet others that were just as passionate about The Sims as I am. But when it came to the times that I thought it wasn't worth it, how did I push through? I stepped away. And this might be the 10-year anniversary of my channel, but there are many times that I would disappear for months at a time because of real life, college, or just not playing the game as often, or not feeling like I was meeting the people I wanted to, or getting enough reach and all that kind of stuff. But I would always come back because it was so much fun to create content. It was so much fun talking to anyone that wanted to communicate and chit chat about Sims. And that's really what keeps me coming back is you guys. I love chatting with everybody. I like making friends. Let's play Sims together. Happy almost anniversary. Thank you. What's one of the most important things you've learned since starting your content creator journey? Also, what's something that you wish you could go back and tell yourself when you started out? Probably that it's okay to take breaks and that your community is going to have your back, and ultimately being in a positive headspace and doing something you enjoy and not forcing yourself to do it is going to be best in the long run. What do I wish I could go back and tell myself when I started out? Probably what I said earlier. It's all gonna be okay. How do you gain motivation to finishing your builds? I often have it at first, and over time I end up losing it and leaving it unfinished for ages. I used to post videos of my unfinished builds, and I stopped doing that because I have too many of them. I abandon builds all the time. Sometimes I'm just not feeling it and I leave it. I rarely come back to them, but when I do, you guys see them on YouTube. And how do I regain motivation for finishing my builds? I usually don't, to be honest. Most of the time I don't. But sometimes when a new pack comes out and I'm like, oh, this thing I started, I feel like the new items could really work with that. But I wish I had better advice for you there. Sometimes it's not the one. It's not it. Congrats! My questions for you are, what was your first Sims game and which was your favorite? So my first Sims game ever was The Sims 2 Pets on console. And then I think my favorite would be The Sims 3 Generations. I love Generations. Sims 4, can we please have Generations? Will you ever do a Sims Let's Play? I'd love to see one. Hopefully when Cottage Living is released. It seems right up your alley. So I've done lots of Let's Plays. There's quite a few of them on the channel. I've done lots of Sims 3 Let's Plays. I've done Sims 2 Let's Plays. I had a Sims 4 base game Let's Play. I think I did one briefly for Get to Work. There was a City Living one, Parenthood, Cats and Dogs, Vampires. How did I almost forget Vampires? I've done a lot of them. I just lately haven't been enjoying filming gameplay. I will occasionally play the game over on Twitch though. If you're interested, I do stream 4 days a week over on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi. I will have a link down below. But I don't know when there'll be another Let's Play on the channel, if ever. If it seems fun and I'm having fun doing it, maybe. But right now I don't currently really have a plan to do it, but maybe someday. Of the time you spend per week doing Sims content, how much is creation, such as builds, Twitch streams, how much is editing, and how much is other business stuff, such as answering emails, sponsorships, merch, and managing your brand? To be honest, it's a lot of editing, like a lot of editing. I think probably followed up by building and Twitch streams, and then all of the other stuff like email, sponsorships, managing brand is all later. Not too much on merch there. I do want to work on that. I have some things in the works, but they're mostly geared towards specific references from my Twitch streams. So if you're from that audience, you might enjoy them. But if you're here and you're interested in Miss Gryphi merch, what kind of things would you like to see? Let me know. I'd be down to work on some of that sometime soon. That's pretty much all I have for questions for today. There were so many. I apologize if I didn't answer yours. There were a lot that were pretty overlapping as well, so I tried to just grab the ones that were similar. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I answered your questions. Thank you so much for submitting them. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this community, and thank you for all the congratulations. I can't believe it's been 10 years. I'm gonna cut it here and not ramble at you for too much longer, but thank you guys so much for your ongoing support, and also I hope you enjoyed the new graphics on the channel. I wanted to change them up. I've been wanting to for a while, and they just feel a lot more me, so I hope you like them, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!